welcome to another episode of Divas Gettin Raw, episode number 40. I'm your host for today's episode, Legacy Chick. Unfortunately, my co-host Luge is not here with me. She's actually on vacation. I'm so jealous. But anyway, Monday Night Raw takes place in Boston, Massachusetts, and it is a 3-hour Raw, and this time Raw gets rocked. Crazy. I'll get to that in a little bit. So Raw starts off with Michael Cole in the ring, and he's calling out JR for like about 3 or 2 weeks now. Michael Cole has been calling out JR because he wants to have a match with him, and Michael Cole will put his job on the line to prove that he is better than JR. So finally, JR showed up on Raw, and Michael Cole has challenges for JR, not for him and JR, not just a wrestling match, has 3 challenges to be exact. And one challenge is arm wrestling, the second is a dance competition, and the third is who weighs less. So first up, JR is like, okay, I'm game, I'll do whatever you want. So the first up is the arm wrestling match, and basically JR pins Michael Cole's arm down in less than a second, and Michael Cole was trying to hide the fact, like he was really discouraged that he lost, and so he blamed it on JR's breath, saying that, oh, it smells like barbecue sauce. So, which isn't true, Michael. It isn't true. So, second is the dance competition, and the audience gets to pick who is the better dancer. And obviously, the audience was in favor of JR. And, I have to say, JR got some pretty cool moves there. It was very interesting. So, JR won. So far, JR has 2, and Michael Cole has 0. And the third one is who weighs less. It's really obvious, who weighs less. So basically, basically Michael Cole won. I mean, it's obvious. But all of a sudden, CM Punk comes out and interrupts the whole challenging thing. And CM Punk tells Michael Cole that this is a big, colossal waste of time. You're a big, colossal waste of time. And that your time is up, Michael Cole. You've had your 15 minutes of fame at WrestleMania, and right now it's time to stop because Raw has more important things than this. But John Laurinaitis, he comes out and interrupts CM Punk and Michael Cole, saying, you know what, Punk, that wasn't right what you did, because my 38,000 Twitter followers wanted to see the Michael Cole and JR challenge, so it's not right that you interrupted. And CM Punk is basically, didn't really care about what John Laurinaitis says, so he turns back to Michael Cole, and Michael Cole demands for an apology from CM Punk. You have to say sorry to me, but you know how CM Punk is with apologies. He basically put Michael Cole in the Anaconda Vice. He really didn't care, and Michael Cole left in a slight injury. He was slightly injured, but that was the end of that. Afterwards, a match. Cody Rhodes, Unico versus Sin Cara and Kofi Kingston. So this was a tag team match, and it's unfortunate for Sin Cara and Kofi Kingston. Cody Rhodes and Unico won, and I thought this was a really good match, so it was pretty entertaining. Backstage, you have Santino Marella. He's playing a WWE 2012, and Zack Ryder comes up to him, and it's like, dude, broski, you want to sign my Twitter petition so maybe this Sunday I could get a shot at the U.S. title? And Santino Marella's like, sure, I'll sign it. So he got Zack Ryder's phone and signed the Twitter petition. So afterwards, Vicky comes out, saying that she has some bad news. That Christian suffered an ankle injury, and he's out of Survivor Series, unfortunately. But she spoke to John Laurinaitis, and John Laurinaitis actually said, which Ziggler comes out, Ziggler says that he's on Team Barrett, and that he's officially in action at Survivor Series. And also he says that he has a match right now against Mason Ryan. But before he has his match with Mason Ryan, you see John Laurinaitis escorting Michael Cole down the ramp with his arm in a sling, and basically escorting him back to the commentator's table, which JR was ordered to move. So unfortunately, Michael Cole is sitting in the commentator's table instead of JR with King. But oh well. I mean, you know. But after that, the match went on. Mason Ryan versus Dolph Ziggler. This match was very short-lived. Vicky Guerrero got involved. Vicky slapped Mason Ryan, and Mason Ryan was pretty pissed at that. Dolph Ziggler got really scared and ran out of the ring, but only to get thrown back into the ring by John Morrison, and basically Mason Ryan demolished Dolph Ziggler after that. Pretty crazy. And afterwards, guys, Mick Foley came out. Mick Foley came out to the ring, the hardcore legend, and he totally respects Cena, and he's really liking the whole Rock and Cena thing at Survivor Series, and he's even calling it the Rock and Cena connection. That was like a reference to the Rock and Sock connection. Oh no, I did not agree with that. But Cena comes out, and Cena says to Mick Foley, he said, you know what, The Rock and I don't have to be friends in order for us to team together. And Foley's like, no, I understand. I just respect the hell out of you. I respect you so much that I made a video, made a video about you. And it's called This Is Your Life. So we played back the video. Cena was getting a little embarrassed. It was a nice video, but Cena got embarrassed. And Mick Foley did what he did best. He brought out 3 people from Mick Foley's past. The first person was John Cena's coach. The second person was Bull Buchanan, who used to rap alongside John Cena. And third was Cena's dad. And all three of them said good things and bad things, but you know, Cena just got embarrassed by all 3 of them and wanted Foley to stop. But basically, someone else stopped Foley for Cena. The Rock, the great one, came out and gave Mick Foley a rock bottom. And I think Cena was very happy about that. But afterwards, a match, Sheamus versus Jack Swagger. I thought this was a pretty good match. And unfortunately for Jack Swagger, Sheamus won with a big boot to the face of Jack Swagger. Oh well. And next up is the Divas match, Natalya versus Kelly Kelly. And unfortunately for Natalya, Kelly Kelly won by a roll-up, countering Natalya's sharpshooter. And I thought that was a little shocking about that, because, you know, I think that's a little disrespect to Natalya. She deserves a lot more than that. But Kelly Kelly won. Oh well. So now we have backstage. Backstage, John Laurinaitis is with Alberto Del Rio, and John Laurinaitis says that if CM Punk becomes champion, becomes WWE champion, he could cause a lot of trouble. And Alberto Del Rio's like, I won't ever let that happen. And then also, Miz and Truth are backstage, and they're not answering to anyone's interview questions. They just look really mad. They're not saying a word. But also backstage, CM Punk gets ambushed by Alberto Del Rio, and it was just a big ambush. It really, there's a lot of animosity between the two, and they'll definitely settle it this Sunday. And afterwards, there was a match, CM Punk, Big Show versus Alberto Del Rio and Mark Henry, a tag team match, and unfortunately for Punk and Big Show, Alberto Del Rio and Mark Henry won. Basically, Mark Henry slammed CM Punk on the ring, and Alberto Del Rio got the pinned him. So after that, Santino Marella, he comes out, and he says that when Royal Rumble took place in Boston, he almost became the champion of Royal Rumble, but only to be defeated by Alberto Del Rio, and then he vows that someday he will be champion in Boston again, which I'm very curious about that. We'll see what happens. But then, all of a sudden, Kevin Nash comes out. Kevin Nash, he basically is beating up on Santino Marella and sending a message out to Triple H. And he basically says, Triple H, I'm here and you're not here, and continues plummeting on poor Santino Marella. Oh, geez. So, after that, 2 teams come out. Team Barrett and Team Orton. And the Team Barrett consists of, obviously, Wade Barrett, Unico, Cody Rhodes, Swagger, and Ziggler. And Team Orton consists of Randy Orton, Sheamus, Sin Cara, and Kofi Kingston, and Mason Ryan. And I believe those 2 teams are going to face each other come Survivor Series. But right now, Randy Orton and Wade Barrett faced each other. And I thought this was a pretty good match, but it got interrupted by Cody Rhodes from Team Barrett. And so therefore, Orton won by disqualification. But once Cody Rhodes got involved, all the other teams came in the ring and started fighting each other. So it was like a whole big brawl. Then after that, The Rock comes out, guys. The great one, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. He comes out. He's so stoked about this Sunday, and also finally The Rock has come back to Boston, and like I said, he's really stoked about this Sunday. He can't wait to get his hands on Miz and R-Truth. And he said, why wait Sunday? Why can't I have them now? But Miz and R-Truth, they come out, and they're like, you know, Rock, we're not going to give you what you want. And also, we're sure as hell not going to give what the people, what they want. So, no, we're not wrestling you tonight. We are wrestling you this Sunday. And then also, Rock gave a new meaning to Twitter. Basically, he got everyone tweeting boots to asses. And then when Cena came out, the Rock got everyone tweeting Cena's lady parts. I thought that was pretty funny, you know. And I saw it trending. I actually saw it trending, and you know, Cena is actually pretty stoked too. Cena and The Rock, they have this I wouldn't say hate towards each other, as somewhat respect, well, maybe not really, but they just don't like each other. But they're gonna team up. They basically have one thing in common. They want to defeat Miz and R-Truth, so they will team together on Sunday, Survivor Series. And that basically concludes Raw. I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Luge. Luge is probably sailing to the Bahamas right now. Luge, I miss you. Next week we'll definitely be doing Divas Gettin Raw for the both of us. And also another shout out, Survivor Series, Madison Square Garden in my hometown. Please, everyone watch it. I'll be watching it, and it will be a great show. That's it for tonight's episode. Next week, again, both of us will be doing Divas Gettin Raw, Legacy Chick and Luge. Alright, guys? Bye. Mwah.